Hi, everybody. Welcome to AITA Pod. I'm Danny Vega, joined by everybody's favorite, Radu and Karla. I looked at Karla when I said Radu, and I looked at Radu when I said Karla.
Well, usually we're opposite.
Yeah. Oh, you guys switch your seats today?
Dysphoria.
You guys are fucking with me. You guys are.
I needed the plug.
You guys are crazy.
You have a little dust
You guys
bunny
are
on your
crazy.
eyelash.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So yesterday I was at my friend's housewarming party. There's a guy there, and he just kind of seemed maybe like metro to gayish, and he had this like silver streak in one of his eyes, and then I don't know. I just at some point I was like, I think are you wearing makeup? And then he was like, no, and I was like, oh, and then I think you have an eye booger. And it was just
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I got a great compliment. You guys seem to like the new living room, but my friend Tony, he actually told me, he gave me a most improved straight male host award.
Yeah.
I got food, I got fruit, I got a decent pad. Still need art. I still need the art, but it's like kind of coming together in here, you know? It's like a real human being lives here.
I agree. It's great.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel good. I had game night here. We all kind of crowded. It was like good. It was like intimate. It was nice. And yeah.
Beautiful.
I feel like I heard your voice kind of like drop off a little.
Well, we're on the main, and I remember drama that I forgot to say on the bonus. But
Oh,
we'll
you don't want to say it on the
time.
main?
I don't want to say it on the main.
Oh,
but there is
man.
something I didn't tell you, Karla. So a couple weeks ago, one of the people who goes to our social club. He is like the most beautiful man I've ever met. He's just in amazing shape. He's like a wellness guy. He teaches the fitness classes. I think he does like pretty much all that, like physical fitness, wellness stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he left. So we had a big going away party. Now I was paying this guy to stretch me.
Excellent at it.
Really good at stretching, and also a lot of fun to be like, yeah, I just got stretched in the other room. And people are like, did you just have sex? Like what? Just the jokes write themselves.
There was a release.
Yeah.
There was a release. And anyway, so he left and I was bummed. But so we went out, had a big old going away party, and I'm munching all night long. So we go out to this bar afterwards. I never go to these. There's a club, we're dancing, we're in circles. And I wasn't even really thinking about it. And I just, let off a fart.
Oh,
And
no.
Karla had no idea it was me, but she just looks at us and she goes, someone just crop dusted so bad, like freaking out.
It was so
And then I was like,
smelly.
be cool. There's no way she can trace this to you. And I just smiled and pretended to not really hear her and totally gaslit her.
That's so fucking
No, you
funny.
didn't gaslight me because everyone agreed. And it was funny because two random people who weren't part of our group, because we had like 15 people there that we knew.
Yeah.
Two random girls were walking by and I literally saw one of them go like this to the other. And they were just like, what? And I was like, yo, no, someone just crop dusted this area. And they were like, yeah.
I got them too. I got everybody. I
It
didn't
was
even know.
bad.
I didn't even know what was happening.
You needed to go to the bathroom.
I didn't even know. I didn't know what I ate. I was just having little chips and grapes and shit.
That's so funny that it was you.
It was
I really
a
did call it out
nucle-
at like 100.
It was a biohazard level. Like it was very unexpected. It wasn't like I ate something nasty. I don't know what would happen.
You know where you got the behavior from?
What?
Deception.
Deception.
He went ahead and just lied his way.
Yeah, no, I'm learning to lie.
He put
It's
his mask
been
on
fun.
and he was like, it wasn't me.
I just smiled. I was just like, ha, yeah. I was like, it's that loud club environment. So you're just like, ha, yeah, totally.
Did you not think it was going to smell? Or you just
It
didn't
doesn't
care?
matter. It's not.
I didn't think it was going to be like a room clearer.
He's not gonna be caught red-handed.
Yeah, I wasn't caught. I got away with the damn
Well, you should
thing.
have never told me.
I know. Well, now you know. So anyway, the other kind of funny thing that happened. So then I was like, oh, I still need to get stretched because I'm working on my hamstring because I can't touch my toes, people. And people are kind of scared me. They're like, you're going to turn to a hunch over old man. So in this guy's defense, he was really good at stretching and he was out of his element. So this is the replacement for the guy who left.
Okay.
He comes and I guess, he wasn't in his element. He's kind of like, oh, where's the table? So I had to like give him the table. Like it's not his facility. He's not playing on home court. You know what I mean? It's not like his parlor or whatever. Cause I guess he normally does massages.
Is this an outsider?
Yeah, this is an outside.
Okay.
Wow, this never sounded more like a cult. An outsider to the club. What brings you here, outsider? Like yelling from the castle wall. And so, yeah, we started doing the stretch, and he's like not drying his hands, and his hand palms are sweaty.
Oh.
So he kind of like rubbed his sweat all over me. And I was like, yeah, this isn't really great. Not really a fan of this. And then his voice during it sounded like, if you guys seen No Country for Old Men, you know, Anton Chigurh just kind of like, you'll stretch now. I don't know, just like very like, okay, feel the pain. It's good pain. I was like, are you about to kill me after this?
Flipping a coin to see which limb gets stretched.
Yeah.
How did you find this person?
Through the guy who does the stuff, the same, I don't know. There's like a guy who it's like one of those middleman things. So it's like whatever. But yeah, so anyway, it wasn't like so bad. It was just like, so the other guy was doing it twice a week, which made more sense. And this guy really did scare me. I got to give him credit. He scared the fuck out of me. He's like, if you don't start stretching daily, this is going to become a problem for you in your life. And then I was like, yeah, keep going. I was like, scare me more because I hate stretching and I won't do it. And he's like, I'm serious. You're gonna get hunched over. You're gonna live a shorter life. You're gonna live a miserable life. And I was like, fuck it. And so now I've been stretching every day.
Why don't you like stretching?
It's not that I don't like stretching. I don't like stretching my hamstrings because they're so fucking tight. It's like uncomfortable the whole time. And I'm almost to the point where it's like, it feels good to stretch them. But there's like a ramp up period where your body's just like, no,
yeah, you gotta let go. It. Yeah.
So I like to just kick my legs up. Then now I'm like a weird guy at the park. I kick my leg up on like a curb, like a high curb, you know, like where the benches are and shit. And then I just like pull my body and like moan in public. Like,
there's the moaning.
Moaning comes in handy. So those are my gross little stories. I'm just a gross man today.
I don't think that's gross. I think that's really good. I think stretching really is important, especially as you get older. Like it is, yeah. I mean, I'm in good shape and I stretch all the time, but I'm editing like this, like a fucking goblin a lot of times, and I catch myself being like, "Oh shit, I'm starting to like, have a little bit of a hunchback mode." Yeah, so I'm trying to.
He did give me a compliment, which I'm still not sure if I'm comfortable with. He said, "Your quads are as flexible as a teenage girl's," because I can really bend my leg really far back, and I was like, I don't want to know how you know that. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, that's a very
I think I'd like just
thing.
really healthy flexibility might have been a better phrase here.
Yeah, or youthful. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't have to be female youth.
Yeah, a teenage girl I think is just feeling illegal. Like I'm not involved with them. I don't know what connection you're making. I'm not interacting with them.
Maybe females are known to be more flexible.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure.
And I don't know why I'm giving this guy credit.
No, he was a good guy. It was just he didn't think to use a towel, so he got his sweat all over me. Kind of felt like we were having sex back there.
Oh,
and no music.
Oh.
You know,
how long was this?
Fully dry.
50 minutes. And I had to do 50 minutes because he didn't want to split it into 2 sessions. That's long to get straight. And it's not like, oh, here's the little, it's not like massage where it's like soothing. It's like he's fucking yanking my arms out of their sockets.
Go.
It's like,
10 more seconds.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
recommendations for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could get me someone these stretch motherfuckers charge, it's over $2 a minute. He kept saying, he's like, it's good pain.
It is good pain.
Yeah.
It's good pain.
It's good.
I'm like, do you like giving people good pain?
Yeah. I like
think those
hurting
people
you.
do.
We're going to do some, you guys have any drama, any juice, any stories you want to share? Anything going on?
Nothing super special. I did a comedy festival last week.
Oh, which one?
Bergamot Comedy Fest in Santa Monica.
Oh, nice.
And the lady that puts it on, Nicole Blanche, does a great job of like just getting a bunch of industry people that you're not really supposed to have contact with yet or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm due to have some of these meetings, but some people, this is like their first or second or third year in comedy at this festival. She's really diverse with all the different, old talent, new talent, whatever.
Sure.
And you do this thing, industry speed dating, where you go and you meet each person that's an industry person for 3 minutes, But as just everyone knows, this is like such a weird transitional period in show business and whatever. Meeting some of these people now is kind of like meeting like the British representatives to the US in 1775, you know?
Right. Shit's about to go down.
Yeah, and they're like dead men walking,
Right.
And you're like, so Comedy Central, what do you make besides South Park and The Daily Show? And they're like, nothing. We're waiting to be acquired. I'm like, okay, we got 2 more minutes left. It's like, what the fuck else we're supposed to do? Nice. Shout out Ryan Moran, very nice guy.
Yeah.
But I blew it immediately with one dude because I was like, hey, where are you from? He's like, CAA. I was like, rats. Like just immediately started making jokes about how they're vultures. And they're like, oh no, I thought we're, like this, we're like a good company or something. And I turned to the comic that we're paired with. I was like, this guy hates me.
Oh my God.
Damn, did you have any matches?
Yeah, I had a few people that we just immediately hit it off with, but like the trick is to just be yourself. Be the type, and I am an asshole. I'm truly just a belligerent, whatever person. And this guy is not enjoying it at all. The CAA agent, and then he mentioned something. He goes, "Yeah, maybe it's just because I'm from New York, And I'm like, "No, New York people love me again because I'm an asshole, and they're assholes. Like you just don't enjoy whatever this frequency.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
Nice. Speed
That's
dating.
cool. I didn't
So it's
know
not really
they did
drama,
that.
but just putting your best foot forward and
Nice,
your worst
man.
foot forward are like the same foot in show business.
I like that. That's a good line.
Yeah.
Your best foot and your worst foot are the same foot.
Either way, it's getting broken if you're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I understand that, but I do.
We can't. It can't be understood. You have to let it just wash over you.
And that's what happened.
So what? You got any drama? Well, you got a place now. That's good. You're living back in the hood.
I'm subletting a place,
subletting.
so it doesn't feel like I have a place. I actually need to be out in like 5 days. But drama-wise, oh my God, I had to get my car sunroof fixed. My guy. This was such a tumultuous situation.
It can't just stay shut?
No, it broke open. So I opened it, and then when I was trying to close it, it was like, and it was like making this crazy sound. The motor was just like jammed. So my friend recommended this place when I was living in Century City like 2 weeks ago. So I went and brought it to Culver City. The guy's like, yeah, it'll take 2 days. Literally 6 days later, he still has my car.
Sunroof.
And I'm like Ubering to and from Century City to Echo Park or to Silver Lake for set.
How much does that cost per
total?
Ubs?
It cost like $275 for the week, and luckily the company I was working for reimbursed me because they were like, "You're essential, like we need you here."
Right, hell yeah.
As the assistant director, like you run this shit, so like we
need you here.
We'll pay you. But then on Saturday, they're like, "Oh, we're actually gonna stay open an extra day because they're open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then they're closed Saturday and Sunday." So I'm like, so you're basically open when everyone's at work.
Classic business strategy.
Annoying. So then he was like, on Friday, I was like, I need my car, bro. And he's like, we've been really behind. I'm going to be open tomorrow. You can come pick up your car. I go to pick up my car. And when I enter my fucking car, it looks like a hack job. Pieces of the ceiling, because they had to take the ceiling cover off.
Yeah.
To get to the sunroof. Things were hanging off. Like my car was in pristine condition, clean. Everything was like perfect. Things were hanging. There was grease marks everywhere. I'll show you the pictures. Literally handprints.
What'd the guy
everywhere,
say?
black,
oh my God.
everywhere. So instantly I'm like, like I sat in my car for 4.5 milliseconds and was like,
no.
And I went and I was like, my car is filthy. Things are hanging. The cloth is like hanging in parts. So I'm like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I should have checked it when my guys finished it. Usually they do a good job. Like, bring it back on Monday. And I'm like, dude, you've had my car for 6 days. Like, this is crazy. And I already paid you $1,100.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, maybe I should check if the sunroof works. I open the sunroof, still broken.
Did you ask for your money back?
Infuriating.
No, so I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. It was working the other day, this and that. And the guy's super nice.
I don't care.
Super nice.
Get your money back.
No, for sure. Super apologetic. And he was like, oh, the guys, I don't know what's going on. He's like, we'll leave it here. We'll fix it today. And I was like, no, I need my car. I'm not fucking Ubering anywhere. I had like a bunch of places to go all around the city. He's like, oh, I'll give you my daughter's like 2003 BMW. It's kind of trashy, but I'm like, I don't want your fucking car. I want my car.
Yeah.
Or you're going to pay for my car, like a rental car. I don't want your just random car.
It's a 2003 Beamer.
So then he's like, bring it on Monday. So I'm like, this is
oh my
the
God.
And I was like, I'm not bringing it on Monday. I have to be on set on Monday and Tuesday. And the first day that I Ubered to set, we had to be on set for 8 a.m. So I was waking up at 6:45, 7, getting in an Uber for 45 minutes to go to fucking Silver Lake. And the first one, I'm like in such a bad mood. This Uber driver keeps talking about how he burnt his feet when he lived in Arizona. It's 7 a.m. and this guy's like, yeah, the ground gets really hot in Arizona.
He's like, a good foot, doesn't matter if it's your best foot or your worst foot, it's the same foot.
I burnt my toes
so I burnt my foot.
And I'm like, respectfully, my guy, it's 7 a.m. I don't want to hear about your burnt toes. Like, shut up. I want to be in silence. So the rest of the week I entered the Uber with my noise canceling headphones off. And I'm a very social person. But like I need my moment.
Not at 7 though.
Yeah. So the end of the story is that I'm bringing it tomorrow to go get fixed.
You're getting worked, girl.
Why? Are you you got to get some money back from
Well, I went on Wednesday. I dropped it off because I had my day off. And after like 2 hours, he called me. He's like, what happened was we replaced the cables originally. They were broken. And then one of the cables wasn't sitting right. So it broke another piece off. And we can't get that replacement until Monday. You're not going to get charged more for it. We'll cover you for your rental car in the meantime.
Oh.
Yeah. He was, I'm telling you, he's very apologetic. When I called him and was like, I'm bringing my car tomorrow, he's like, please don't kill me. Because I was like being a bitch. I was like, dude, this is not okay. And he has all 5-star reviews. So my theory is that this guy is so nice. And he's like this Latino like guy who's like running his mom and pop shop and telling me about how his wife has gallbladder stones and how he's like juggling his business with taking care of his wife. And I'm like, all your reviews are great because you did a great job, or you did a bad job, but you were so apologetic that people felt bad and didn't leave the bad review.
No, my mechanic's like that. When I had a car, he'd always just talk about his daughter and his life. And and he's just a very normal person.
He's like, I used to fly planes with my nephew, and I'm just like, I like you, bro, but like fix my fucking car.
Yeah.
So TBD on how it goes.
Also like my guy was always like in a wife beater covered in grease and oil, like just very much conveying like literally all I do is work on cars. So it's like hard to be mad at him.
And he's like hunchback. He's offering me chocolates.
This guy's fucking hamstrings are so tight. He needs to get stretched. All right, first we're going to do a little submission here, and then we have a theme today. Karla put this episode together of roommates. But our submission is just something someone threw in, and I thought we could probably roast it. Oh. AITA for clapping back at coworker over reading tastes. So I, 35M, work as a nurse in a skilled nursing facility. One of my coworkers, 22F, who's also a nurse, is really into fantasy. We got to talking during downtime and realized we both read a lot until we started comparing genres. She's into romantasy, books like A Court of Thorns and Roses, Fourth Wing, Bridge Kingdom. She asked if I was going to read any of them, and I said, probably not. I tend to stick with high fantasy and modern epics, world building, complex magic, morally gray characters. I read a lot of things like Mistborn, Stormlight Archive, Abercrombie, Wheel of Time. I even explained that it's not like I avoid female authors or romance. I point out that Sanderson includes romance as a subplot and writes strong female protags. Like a bunch of examples we're not going to get into. She immediately got prickly. She was like, oh, okay. So you only read serious fantasy by men? With that tone, that makes you feel like you just got accused of kicking a puppy. Trying to lighten things up, I said, well, if serious means the plot isn't driven by fey lust triangles, then yeah, guilty as charged. She didn't laugh. Instead, she said, guess you wouldn't want to lower yourself to something written for women. So I shot back. I don't think I've ever picked up a book and checked the gender on the spine first, but if that's how we're gatekeeping, I'll be sure to log it for the lit police.
Wow, that sentence was a lot.
She rolled her eyes and muttered, maybe if one of your precious male authors wrote romantasy, you'd give it a chance. I said, right, because there's no way I could just have different tastes. It has to be some secret misogynist conspiracy. I also pointed out that I actually own both the Broken Earth trilogy and Children of Blood, both written by Black female authors, and they're on my TBR shelf at home. TBR? I don't know. I don't care.
To be read.
To be read. I said, if it makes you feel better, I could take a selfie with them to prove it.
Look, I didn't read them, but I'm intending to.
I have them. She fired back with, oh, so women are only worth reading when they write real fantasy. Just say you're afraid of feelings and move on. At that point, I was done trying to play nice. You were playing nice, bro. And said, you know, for someone into romantasy, you're oddly committed to making this a personal battle arc. Later that week, I overheard her telling another nurse that I was, quote, subconsciously misogynistic. because I, quote, refuse to engage with books written by women for women. She made it sound like I was out here boycotting romance out of spite instead of just having preferences. So yeah, I got snarky after being pushed, but I think I was being unfairly dragged over a personal taste. I never insulted her or the genre. I just said it wasn't my thing, AITA.
The post is coming off a certain way. The man's still angry.
If I was in this hospital, please let me die. I'd rather be dead than over here the most inane, like fucking. And I just think it's really funny because I'm like, both of you guys have horrible taste. You should be embarrassed. You should not be having this conversation out loud. This belongs in weird subreddits.
Oh, I thought this was.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Well, no, but they're
having it in real time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine being a nurse, like observing this, be like, so Mr. No Bitches is talking to Mrs. No Bitches about what appropriate nerd thing is happening here. Like,
I think actually these fantasies, especially the romantic fantasies, have gotten pretty popular in the last year or so, especially the Court of Thorns and Roses. I've been recommended that. For me, that's not my jam. I'm trying to find the perfect smut, so I'm kind of like in it right now. But
it's very.
Is this smut?
Kind of.
Court of Thorns and Roses is a little smutty, yeah, but it's fantasy.
So fun, yeah. Because like one guy's like saying like basically like, I'm into documentaries, and the lady's like, I watch porn,
right?
And you're not into this because it's not made by women, or like, you know what I mean? Like you're only into your male. She's like, no, it's porn. That's the
It's kind of interesting because as you read it, I kept going between. Like I was like, well, he kind of seems like it. Oh, well, she kind of seems like it. Oh, and I kept going back and forth.
Both pieces of work,
yeah,
for sure. Like,
the way that he wrote it, it got me when he was like, and then she muttered. It's like, okay,
yeah,
let's pull back on the writing here a little bit.
I think porn, I don't know if I could call it porn. It's erotic fiction, though. We're saying close to.
I would say it's fantasy romance is like a good way of saying it. I don't think it's romance. Like 50 Shades of Grey. Again, I haven't read it.
So if there's a scale from like smut to like Lord of the Rings, is that a fair scale?
I would say it's like from romance to erotic fiction.
Lord of the Rings feels like smut to me too, though.
What's the top though? That's what I'm trying to ask. Game of Thrones, like what's considered like good? I mean, that's kind of the funny thing to me. I'm like, you guys are none of this is literature.
None of this is literature, yeah.
This is all kind of. It's kind of like you like Lord of the Rings, I like Harry Potter. Yeah. It's like okay,
it's fantasy,
right?
My friend reads a lot of fantasy, and whenever he talks about it, I'm like, this so tracks with your personality.
It's like, to me, this is DC versus Marvel. I'm just like, that's fine if that's what you're into, but like, you guys are ultimately into the same thing, really, to most people.
You're in the same world.
Yeah, it's the same fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when Serbians and Albanians fight, you're like, you're both losers. You know that, right?
Right.
It's like, are you in pale ales to IPAs? You're like, it's beer.
Do you guys know Today I Fucked Up?
Yeah, of course.
It's a subreddit. Yeah. It's a similar concept, except people aren't asking a question. This would be like me meeting someone who has a Today I Fucked Up podcast and being like, "Oh, you fucking loser! Today I fucked. That's a fucking joke. That's a joke. You're embarrassing."
Yeah. I think she comes on pretty strong being like, you're misogynistic for not reading female authors, because like, why would I read something that I don't want to read?
For me, whenever women are nasty like that, I'm like, I love it, because a woman's never mean to you. She likes you if she's mean. In my experience.
Also, he could have leaned in. I think it's the fact that he was so like, if she was like, you should try reading one of these books, he'd be like, yeah, maybe I will. But I guess maybe he's not trying to hit on her. I don't know. Like, I feel like you could lean in and be like, even if you know you're not going to like it or read it, you could be like, yeah, maybe I'll try that.
It wouldn't hit me in the ego. I would just be like, okay, you think that. That's fine. I mean, this guy's 35. I mean, he's a 35-year-old nurse.
Oh, yeah, she's 22.
He's a male nurse. Now, I'm not going to do any nurse shaming, but they also do tend to be an insecure population.
Nurses.
Nurses.
Because
I've read a couple touchy nurse posts.
Well, I also think it's like, topic wise, like, 35-year-old male is not going to be into like fey lust triangles, because that's something that maybe women identify more with than,
sure.
I do feel bad for her to some degree, because I'm like, I don't think she's doing a tactic where she's like, you hate women and I think she like firmly believes it, that like, you're just not doing this, exploration because it's not for you and you're not interested in female and stuff. But that is, you're like, everyone has their own weird demography things or whatever. But to expect everybody to be like, you got to go out of your way to find this thing not for you, makes you an ist of any kind.
I think I'm going to defend her more.
Well, I was going to say also, but how many male authors are writing romance fantasy? Like, are there male authors writing about fae lush triangles, or is it all females?
What's fae mean? Just fairy, right?
It's like a fairy,
Yeah. Well, first I want to make this joke, which is we talk about nurses, but how come everyone gets all mad when I call my woman doctor a walker? That's fun.
That's funny.
Come in here, walker.
Hey.
A virgin.
A virgin.
No, so it kind of seems like she was like, oh, are you going to read any of them? And he's like, probably not. I tend to stick to complex, modern, epic fantasy, deep world builds. I even explained, he goes on, it's not like I avoid female authors, or it kind of felt like he went there. It kind of felt like he dug at her. I kind of feel like he started it.
Yeah.
And that is making me lean that he's the asshole. I'm like, you're 35. This is a 22-year-old fresh out of college. I think you need to be the better person in the conversation.
Ooh, that's a good reframing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I do think it's a little, I think it is, I mean, it sounds like a thing a 22-year-old would say, subconsciously misogynistic. I'm like, okay, babe, we're talking about his reading preferences. Like, this is really a low ding.
I've been in that boat, where someone's like, you're like, oh yeah, I like comedy. I'm a fan of comedy. And they're like, oh, you like the New Yorker cartoons? And I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't lump me in with your bullshit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what this guy's like off-put was.
Right.
He didn't want to be
you
put in a
remind me
box.
of Greg Gutfield. Yeah, man. You're good. Yeah, just like Greg over here, bro. Dude, you're like Bill Maher meets Greg Gutfield. Would you not kill yourself? Like, Jesus, man.
Actually, what I do is just racist compared to this guy.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm honest enough to just be racist. I love that. I'm sorry, OP. Thanks for listening. But I just feel like you're a lot older than this girl. And it seems like you're really trying to win this debate. And I just feel like it wasn't very smooth. I guess I don't know if you're an asshole. It just seems like you're kind of annoying.
You're a fumbler.
You don't have to prove yourself. Just like what you like. Let other people like what they like. And that's that.
Just like in the graft of Aragorn or whatever fucked up fantasy you read,
Yeah.
Your hero failed again. And you should have rooted for the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any references.
Too real.
I read The Hobbit. AITA for clapping back at a coworker over reading taste. Thanks for listening, OP, but I think we're kind of at slight YTA. Soft YTA. Soft YTA. Very soft.
I would say very soft.
It was funny. It was a fun post.
Yes.
Worth it for the post. Thank you.
Very well written as well. Congrats on that.
It was well written. All right, now we're going to get into our roommate stuff. Our second story of the day, AITA, my roommate's mom banged on my door when I had a guy over and said, shut the F up. But first, Karla's going to read it. Here we go. Please rate, review, subscribe. Join me on Patreon. 250 plus bonus episodes. Every single episode ad-free. Really, guys, join. It's like there's so much freaking awesome content on there. Karla dropped a lot of juice. I dropped a lot of juice. Yeah. It's just always a good time. Radu has stomach sickness today, and even he dropped juice. Okay, folks?
It might be juice about you.
Come through. Patreon.com/AITA pod. Karla, take us away.
AITA for not opening a chest to ease my roommate's fears. Recently, we had to move some important stuff out of our family storage because of a rat chewing things up. I brought home a large chest full of family scrapbooks and pictures. It looks like an old-timey pirate treasure chest with a cartoonishly large padlock. One of my roommates noticed it and asked to look inside. I told him what it was, but didn't have the key to open it. He then asked if I could break the lock so he could confirm with his own eyes. I said no, because it wasn't mine to break and my family liked the charm of the lock. He got upset and insisted I either show him what's inside or get it out of the house. He's worried there might be a weapon inside. For context, he has trauma from any sort of weapon. I tried assuring him there was nothing like that inside, but he kept insisting I open it. I would take it out of the house, but I don't want my parents to have to lug this over 100-pound chest up the stairs, and no one can put their hands on the key. My other roommate says I should just open it to give him peace of mind. Am I the asshole because I don't want to open it?
This is
actually a really good one.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Maybe usually they're so cut and dry. Oh, this person's fucking up. This, but I'm like, why isn't this person opening it?
For me, I'm like, isn't there something ironic about the fact that you're afraid about what's inside, but we can't even get inside?
Yeah, like it's not like they have the key and they're refusing to open it. It sounds like there's no key and they don't want to break the lock.
Can't even open it. If we can't open it, then what would the fear here just doesn't really make sense. And I feel like it's manipulative.
Is this submission from Dr. Schrodinger?
I was gonna say is this like starts beeping.
Schrodinger's weapon.
Beep, beep.
It also, I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I don't really see the connection. Like, was it an evil Jack in the Box, that you tried to unlock? Was that the weapon that got you? Like, it's kind of like, oh, well, somebody pulled a knife on me, and so now I get to smell your underwear. It's like, I'm sorry, what? Where? How are these two things linked?
Maybe he thinks it's full of grenades. I don't know. It's a treasure chest full of scraps.
Well, I don't think it's incoherent. I understand what he's saying, but I'm kind of like, it just feels like you're just leveraging your little trauma here, which is like, what?
Also, that fear is weird because there could be a gun anywhere in the house that you don't know about. Like, it's just because you don't know what's in this chest, but you literally don't know what's everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like pushy and there's just no indication. It's not like, I mean, if his family was like into arms dealing, then I'd be like, okay, maybe we should check it. But what grounds?
I don't like that the other roommate was like, just open it.
Just fucking open it.
I'd be like, fucking get over it, Todd. They're not opening it.
No, I would be that way. I'm always too curious. What's in the box?
Oh, I would be curious as fuck.
What's in the box?
Would you go as far to open it yourself? Because that's where I feel like this is headed. But
absolutely,
a cartoonishly large padlock is not something you get through easily.
No.
You need like hedge clippers or like
hedge clippers.
What are those things that people use?
I don't know that hedge lock cutters.
Yeah, like no, but it's like hedge.
Carla's really been struggling in her garden, bro. She made one slight mistake, and it's been a struggle.
You know what the hedge clippers are, right? They're basically
giant scissors.
Yeah.
But they're for cutting hedges.
Yeah, thick, hard branches that are tough to cut.
Yeah, right.
Come on, give me some credit out
here.
You got to shoot it with a gun. That's the move with locks.
Yeah, or like burn it. I don't know, like melt it.
And then also this trauma from any weapon, I'm kind of like, what is a weapon, really? I mean, most things are weapons. Yeah. I mean, honestly, a book could be a weapon. Frying pan, great weapon.
Any dildo.
Cartoon weapon.
What's
Any dildo.
Dildo, yeah.
Anything's both a dildo and a weapon, really.
Ooh,
if you're,
I could meet you there, definitely. I'm liking frying pan a lot, actually, because it's also a shield.
Yeah. Especially cast iron pan. That shit will fuck
that's a little heavy. I like the longer handle on like a standard
What
pan.
if that becomes like a new thing? Like, because you can't have any kind of weapon in like New York and most of LA. Like, we just start selling tactical frying pans.
Tactical frying pans. That'd be great.
I don't know. They seem like too much to take care of.
Yeah, you don't have to season them.
Yeah.
I just have the olive oil, like wipe it down every time I hit someone with it.
Okay, so I don't know why this stuck with me. Tell me if this is crazy. I had this roommate. Do you guys crack your eggs in a separate bowl or do you crack your eggs right into the pan?
Into the pan.
Separate bowl.
You do
if
separate
I'm
bowl.
Scrambling them into a different bowl.
No, not scrambling. Just you're making sunny side up or whatever.
Into the pan.
No,
so I just crack them around in the pan, throw them in. And my roommate was like, your pan will last a lot longer if you break those into a bowl and then pour them into the pan. And I was like, yeah, I don't really like foresee myself marrying this pan for 40 years.
But why also?
Why what?
Why would it last longer?
Because the fucking goo, the egg goo gets on the edge of the pan and it slowly eats away at the coating or whatever. Huh. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, because don't you wash the pan? Like,
yeah.
That's silly. I don't like that person.
Yeah, I don't know.
So AITA, if I killed him with the pan?
No, not at all.
Make sure it's all gooed up first.
It's all gooed. He got so gooed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like reasons. You got to have it. I mean, I don't know. I kind of go back to the cops rule on this. It's like probable cause. Like, on what grounds you got to go into your roommate's shit? It's like you got to have a really compelling reason. Otherwise, like that's not fair. And I just There is no good reason here. There's just not.
It is funny to live with someone really mentally ill and be like, I have to bring this box home, and you know they're gonna wig out because of it. Like,
yeah.
I think there's something fun about having that lore. Like if I came home, I'd be like, every time I had a friend over, they'd be like, "What's up with that fucking treasure chest?" I'd be like, "I don't know."
But Steve's afraid of it.
Every time I get close to it, it feels
Steve
really
can't
warm.
sleep.
It emits something when you get close to it.
No, I'm also like, having looked through so many of these Reddit stories or whatever, there's a part of me it's like, all right, man, we don't have to open it, but can we do a Geiger counter? Because like so many of these
radiated.
Yeah, just like
That's
a piece.
true.
Wait, did you see that one?
I mean, I've seen like 7 of those.
Oh,
like,
radiation ones?
yeah, where
Really?
someone's like, I have this crazy fucking artifact I found from my grandpa. Also, my head hurts and my nose is bleeding a lot. Like, and like some random expert is like, you're already dead. Basically, like you need to put that down. Like, you know.
My God.
This is a deep cut. I don't even know if we covered this on the pod. I made a TikTok about it. But yeah, this guy collected like radiated things. Yeah, it was definitely.
And his roommates found out or something.
Yeah,
that was
out, yeah.
That's fucked up.
Like 6 months into it, they're like, so we're all getting sick. All these like fucked up.
Can you imagine?
Did he know that they were radiation?
He knew, but I don't think he knew that it was like as serious.
He thought
What
it was
dummy.
like, I think like like they were once more radioactive and they were like safer or something. This guy was just getting shit mailed left and right.
Whoa.
So I thought the half-life was 10 years. Turns out it's 100 million years. I just misplaced the decimal. Top comment, NTA, I'm calling BS on his trauma from any sort of weapon. Do you have knives in the kitchen for cooking? Hammers to hang pictures? How does he do riding in a car with a tire iron in the back? People use those as weapons. This is like me saying noise triggers my PTSD, so my roommate must whisper in the apartment he needs therapy.
Any type of weapon is such a funny statement.
Yeah. I like that. It's not really a dissenting comment, but I added the other comment because I thought it was really funny. Which
NTA,
is,
oh, go ahead.
NTA, tell him it'll smell really bad if I open it. It's probably been decomposing for a while now.
Nice. Good old dead person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about this a little bit in the bonus. Just people weaponizing therapy speak. My trauma. It's like, it's just not relevant here. I'm sorry that something bad happened to you with a weapon.
And I think we've talked about boundaries, right? Where it's like your boundary is not me taking this chest out of the house. It's you talking to your therapist about how this chest makes you feel uncomfortable. If it was like a different situation, maybe, but like. Well,
no, you're right. A mature person would go to the therapist and be like, hey, I felt really out of control in a situation that frankly was none of my business. It was a chest. There was no reason to think there was a weapon inside.
I asked for it to get open. They said they couldn't do it.
It's just so American too. Like, because I'm imagining someone in a different country, you know? Just having that.
What do you mean?
Trying to weaponize.
You lost me there. A different country.
I know. I was looking at America, you and I was like nodding, but then I was like, wait.
Like people, like I'd be like, yeah, I can't be around this thing. Like using that same sort of mentality of like weaponizing something. Like if you were to reveal your secrets, like this is what fucks me up in Romania. Everyone's like, oh, why would you tell? That's your weakness.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna do that at you now.
That's hilarious.
You moron. Like,
I have you now.
I actually can't be around radios. Okay, good. We're going to put one right next to you.
Yeah. Oh, I just bought one. Yeah. AITA for not opening a chest to ease my roommate's fears. I think we agree it's not the asshole and the roommate is being manipulative.
Yeah. More power to that person too, because I definitely would want to know what was inside of it. Like as the owner.
We're all curious.
Like, what are you never going to open it? How do you, like, what? What's the point of that?
Yeah.
Open the fucking chest, but not for your roommate.
Guys, please rate, review, subscribe. Join me on Patreon. Join me, $5 a month, 250 plus bonus episode, every single episode, ad free, accurate timestamps. Get on it, people. It's a banger. Here we go. AITA, my roommate's mom banged on my door when I had a guy over and said, shut the F up. I, F19, live in a college apartment with 3 other roommates. The roommate who lives right next to me, F19, had her mom stay the weekend with her in her room. Tonight, I had a guy over and nothing crazy happened. Around 5 a.m., we started to fool around. Then mom bangs on my door and says, can you all shut the F up? Mind you, we aren't making much noise. All we're really doing is making out, no sex. Also, in the past, when I've had company, I've asked my roommate if she could hear me and my guests, and she has said that she can't hear us. So AITA for having a guy over and making noise while her mom is staying over. Edit, since a lot of people are commenting, yes, we were probably a tad bit louder than I thought, but there definitely wasn't any extreme moaning or egregious sounds. No bed or wall shaking. I was mostly taken aback by how she approached, but it's on me for making noise. From now on, I'll be more cautious. 5 a.m. Did she say the day? She doesn't say. Oh, the weekend. 5 a.m. is so late. It's early.
Yeah. 5 a.m. is like...
People wake up at 5 a.m. to work.
Yeah, 5 a.m. is really late. I think it's like weird. I don't know. Like if I knew my friend's parent was staying at the house, I probably wouldn't bring somebody home unless there was like enough distance between my room and where they were staying. Yeah. But I also think it's weird that the parent's staying there because like maybe as somebody who doesn't have a place for their parents to stay when they come visit, it's like they stay in a hotel, they stay in an Airbnb. They're not like staying with you and your roommates. Yeah. Right?
I can give them money as real on that. You know, they might be scraping a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if I think I've told you guys this story before, but I used to live with my friend. This was summer in college one year. This is the summer of Mountain Dew and StarCraft 2. Fuck
wow.
Yeah, and I got a mini fridge in my room, and so I would just throw back Mountain Dews. It was Arizona summer. What else are you going to do?
Right.
Code Red or what?
No, I like it. Missionary position, you know, just the standard shit, not that kinky, freaky cult, blah, blah shit.
What?
And yeah, it was like 3 a.m. one night and I was just laying there and this is before I slept with white noise or anything. And I just had like my right arm on the wall and I just felt like a very slight shake, but I knew the rhythm. It was the rhythm that of a man masturbating.
Oh,
yeah. And I told my friend, I was like, jacked off last night. And he was like, yeah, so, yeah, what? Why? I was like, I felt it. I was with you.
And I also did it.
And I also did.
Time.
We came together, bro. No, but like, I think like, even if this person, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt because I believe it. I'm like, yeah, you could just be kissing and like you are moving the bed a little bit because you're the weight shifting.
Yeah, or even there are sounds.
Oh, that was good. That was turning me on.
Intense, yeah.
That was romantic-y right there. God, making out used to be so fucking hot.
I know. Well, in The Bachelor, they are obsessed with slow zooms on people making out. And it's always just for too long and too close and too much tongue. And it's like, and they hold it. The producers in the back just like, nope, keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Yeah.
It gets uncomfortable to watch sometimes, but that's their signature. So that's what I imagine in this bed is like them just being like, and you moan a little, you know, like even if you're not having sex and you're breathing a certain way.
Or maybe it's like, maybe she's just like making out with him. The guy's like, come on. Come on. It's 5 a.m. Let me smash.
No one's gonna hear. No one's gonna hear.
No one's gonna hear.
Would y'all shut the F up? But also, if I was the mom, I don't know. I guess it's hard because I'm not a mom and I don't know. But like, that's where I put white noise on. Yes. I never go to the door and say, shut the F up. I would be like, I'm putting headphones on.
I'm
putting a pillow over my head.
The reason as an adult that you're staying in your daughter's college dorm is to hear other people have sex, right?
That's what you should be there for.
That's why you're going to, yeah.
God, I don't know. Something about the way we're describing this making out makes me just pine for it.
I feel that.
I gotta like love someone for it to be like really turning on. Otherwise, it's just like now I gotta make out.
Yeah,
it's like a procedure you have to go through.
I mean, it sounds like if it's 5 a.m., they were probably drunk, is what I would assume. It doesn't seem like it was a boyfriend. It seems like it was a hookup. So yeah, tonight I had a guy over.
I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. You're like with a bunch of 19-year-olds, you're spending the night and you're going to come at them with that kind of heat. It's like, like you're being an asshole. It's like, am I going to yell at the like, you stay in the guys' dorm and one of them's making, what are those called? Those little shitty pizza bagel, those little pizza bites.
Totino's.
Yeah, Totino's pizza rolls at 5 a.m. Like, what are you doing? It's like, they're 19 in college. Like, of course that's what they're doing. It's just like, what are you...
is it surprising?
Not at all.
No, exactly. It's like, well, it is a Wednesday, so.
No, and it's the weekend.
Yeah. Wednesday's my Friday. Yeah, it is the weekend. There's only so many weekends in a semester, baby. Mm-hmm. You got to take advantage of every single day.
Hey, they're being 19. They're getting, they just got their autonomy. They're going crazy. Like,
I can't help but think that there's like a comment in this post somewhere that's like, yeah, that bothered you, ma'am. Imagine being in the bed next to her. I share a room with her. And it's like a whole other person who had a firsthand experience.
Top comment, 6K upvotes. NTA, it's your place too. I actually think it's weird her mom stayed there. My parents always got a hotel room when they visited. Yeah. But somebody did come back. Difficult Falcon writes, I don't think it's inherently weird. I had housemates have their parents say not everyone has a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. True.
That's fair.
It's just funny to make your parents stay, which is like, all right, yeah, you want the floor? Like,
no, you got the floor and you got to give up your bed. Yeah, I mean, that's valid.
Ollie Mo writes, I don't think she was sitting there with her ear to the wall at 5 a.m. Maybe you were a bit louder than you thought. I mean, it just depends on so many things too, like thin walls.
Yeah. The layout. If the beds are sharing the wall, that's way different.
If you have an AC on, like just that amount of noise can cover. If it's dead silent though, you can hear everything. The cats here are always having issues. I'm worried about them down there. They're fighting, fucking.
Yeah, they fuck a lot.
It's a lot of trashy cats here. Jerry Springer cats.
I love that throughout the whole story you wouldn't say fuck, and then when it came to the cats, you were just like, they fucking.
The cats are raw dog bucking, cum coming out of the cats. I don't know if cats cum. Don't cats have
feral?
Like, they have a terrible barbed penis.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's why the cat sex sounds like that. It's just not fun for anyone.
It really doesn't sound like they're having any fun when they do it.
No.
I'm like, can you not?
Yeah.
Why don't you're not happy with
They're having prison sex on the outside.
Prison sex on the outside. AITA, my roommate's mom banged on my door when I had a guy over and said, shut the F up. I'm just kind of like, sorry, ma'am. You should have done more. You should have done better. You're being an NTA and she is. You with me?
I am with you. Mm-hmm. I'm also just imagining us talking about barbed penises, cat penises, and then Danny just being like, yeah, I'm really pining for that.
No, not a barbed penis.
Most of nature, bad penis. Like, you ever seen a goose penis?
No.
Same thing. It just like shoots out.
I've seen the ducks stuff. Yeah, the ducks at the park because it's spring now. So we got some goslings. I saw one duckling. The geese are dominating the fucking park. But now what you see basically is the ducks. There'll be 3 ducks, one woman running from two male ducks.
Damn.
It's giving SA vibes. It's creepy.
I believe it.
Like, what do you do? It's nature, but I want to stand and be like, leave her alone, you pig.
Sure. You should do that.
Well, they all run from you. You're more terrifying. You're the most terrifying thing.
It'd be so funny if you start a campaign to stop like animal abuse or whatever, and you're like, yeah, that's why they're not fucking anymore. We've endangered the animals because of it.
Right.
Protected them.
That's just how they fuck, though. It's not like an exception or anything.
Yeah. Sad. Geese. Sorry, geese. I kind of hate geese, so.
No, but goslings are cute. Guys, please rate, review, subscribe. Join me on Patreon, patreon.com/AITA pod. 250 plus bonus episodes, every single episode ad-free. All right, Karla, take us out. We're going to wrap up on this one.
AITA for sleeping naked because my roommate's girlfriend keeps waking me up? ? Should I read that again? AITA for sleeping naked because my roommate's girlfriend keeps waking me up?
Hey.
I, 19 male, have a roommate. He has a girlfriend. Let's call her L.
Liza.
Let's call her Liza. Since they have been seeing each other and when she's been staying around, she has walked in on me and pulled the covers off of me as a joke. She's also walked in on me and my girlfriend, which was the final straw. My roommate has been doing nothing but saying, I can't control her. A few days ago, my girlfriend was in our flat and so was Liza. My girlfriend has been getting pissed at Liza walking in on us, rightfully so. I told her to sleep naked and she'll probably stop. At 6 a.m., at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m.? At 6, me and my girlfriend were sleeping and Liza busted through the door and saw us butt naked together.
Yeah.
She screamed like she saw a murder scene. My roommate walked in and told us we should have been wearing clothes. I told him that she needs to learn about privacy first. He told us we were acting childish. We didn't care if we were acting childish. She needed to know that it's weird walking in on people like that. So AITA, edit. I ordered a lock.
Wow. Problem solved already.
This was such a poorly written post that I had a little trouble. But who is acting childish in this? What's your vote,
the girlfriend's coming.
Danny?
I mean, not respecting doors, I think, is childish. That's you can't just assume it's going to be locked. If it's shut, you knock. You're respectful.
And pulling sheets off of a person?
That's not a joke.
That's asking for trouble.
Yeah. That's not a joke.
You could throw hands over that.
Yes. That's low key. Like, what? Why are you doing that? Unless you think they're naked under there.
Danny's so upset he's allergic to this story, dude.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
I can't stop sneezing.
Started talking about cats, and he was like,
"You guys brought up barred peepees, and I'm having a reaction."
I would be so vengeful if someone did that to me one time, like just like pulled the blanket off of me. I'm like,
it's so mean. Then all the warmth you've cultivated down there gets let out.
I might do like $3,000 worth of damage to your car if you did that. Like
oddly specific.
Fuck your shit
Radu would put up billboards of slightly pixelated versions of your face all over town.
That's a lot of work.
All over town.
No, but really, like, I feel like the first time someone did that to me, I'd be like, you need to fucking stop. Like, I don't think this person has made it clear enough that, like, but that's like so immature too. Why is this girl doing that? And if I was the boyfriend, I would also be like, why are you doing that? That's weird.
I might even fight a woman if she did that to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame you.
You don't fuck with someone's blankets.
In my own house.
In your own room with the door closed.
And then be like, you need to learn about it.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
She's also walked in on them. That's another thing where I'm like, just kind of listen, pay attention. Like,
it's giving MTV like Cribs. Invasion of privacy. We're doing it for the camera. Like, why else are you doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is, I'm probably going to regret this, whatever. So I had game night here and it was 9 people. It is 9 people. I feel like adults can just look and see 9 people. Am I wrong?
What do you mean?
You don't really even need to count 9. It's like 3 threes.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah.
And somebody walked in on someone in the bathroom. And also, here's another thing people do at this place. They go, where's your bathroom? I'm like, bro, there's only, like, it's really not a big place. Like, I'm kind of impressed. Makes me proud that you're asking that, but also, like, are you crazy?
I get the where's your bathroom thing, because you do have, like, 2 ways you could go. It could be in the kitchen this way, or it could be that way. Maybe people don't want to move it, like, walk into you. But really, if you just look, it's right there.
Yeah.
You know, but then I'm like, yeah, you didn't notice that somebody was missing of the 9 people, like, and then the door was shut and you walked in on them. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. Right? Was it a male walking in on a female?
You know, I don't remember. I don't remember who it was.
That's interesting, yeah.
Actually, yesterday, speaking of bathroom etiquette, sorry, we're going off this, but I went to that great theater that Tarantino owns. You know what I'm talking about?
The Vista.
The Vista. Yeah. It was wonderful. Saw Goodfellas. Anyway.
Oh, you saw it there.
Yeah, it was
very
wonderful.
Good experience.
And it's like a 2.5-hour movie or whatever. And like, I just got so proud the whole movie. I was just really feeling like I knew something about life, watching all these fucking losers get up and have to go to the bathroom. Grow the fuck up and learn your bladder timings. Like, it's time to learn your body. I didn't get up. I didn't have to pee. I was hydrated and in my element.
I mean, everyone knows you pee right before the movie starts.
Common sense, you'd think. But
if
all
you're
these
drinking
people,
a lot throughout the movie.
That's why you don't drink a lot during the movie.
Well.
That's the lessons we learn. So anyway, I said this exact thing that I just told you guys right after we saw the movie. And my friend was like, yeah, well, you know, I got up, right? And I was like, oh, damn it.
I also feel like you can hold it, right? Like, I don't know, like...
Yes, that's part of learning your piss timing strategy. What's the reasonable level of hold?
Yeah, maybe they already saw Goodfellas, so they didn't really care if they got up.
But they're ruining it for everyone else.
That's true. That theater is like kind of like, they still have the old seats and stuff. I haven't been since it's taken over.
I loved it because there was so many people. It was like 300 people in there.
I didn't realize it was that big.
It was big. It's big.
Huh.
Yeah, it feels
That's the one with like the Egyptian sides, or am I thinking of the Los Feliz Theater?
Yeah, it's no, the Los Feliz Theater is pathetic. Oh. This is like, yeah, it kind of looks Egyptian. Yeah. Anyway, ripping blankets off people is fucked up.
Hard
you
no.
shouldn't do it.
And if someone did that in jail to another person in jail, they could reasonably be killed. Like dead. No problem.
Nobody would blink an eye.
Not at all.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly,
he had to go.
That's fair. He had to go.
Well, they don't have blankets.
We don't need people like that here. You know?
It's giving like 6-year-old little brother.
You know? As someone who killed my own parents, that blanket shit is too far.
Boundaries, guys.
Boundaries.
That is a lack of boundaries.
Yeah.
This is something like my 6-year-old little, I don't have a little brother, like a 6-year-old little brother would do.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're a grown woman.
I'm inflamed at the idea. I'm like thinking about revenge, like at this person I don't know, like.
Can I ask you guys a question?
No.
Okay.
No, come on, hit us.
Ask.
Great. So if you had a girlfriend who did this, would you get that to your male roommate?
Me? Oh,
if
to my
you
male.
Had a girlfriend, if you had a girlfriend who did this to your male roommate, because that's what this is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you feel like that's inappropriate?
Of course.
Would you feel like she had something with this other guy? Like, why is she doing
not
this?
necessarily,
Dumb bitch. But I think
depends on him too.
I
did ask.
The really tricky part is like, if you love this lady and you're like, oh shit, she's just doing something incredibly annoying and upsetting or whatever. Like, how do you address that? Because my instincts always start horrible. I'm like, oh, so you have no awareness? You were raised by stupid people? It's like, I just start at an intimidating
That's where you
level.
start?
If you're doing something like that, if you're taking
like
the fucking, and they had to concoct their own, like, let's be naked to upset this bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I can't imagine being the guy when the lady comes back. Like, can you believe what they did? They were naked. And you're like, babe, I know.
Yeah.
Like, they're so kooky over there.
Right.
It's 5 a.m. Like,
who just gets naked?
Because you do always have to kind of side with your girlfriend. And that's the shitty part of those things.
Yeah. I guess I'm bad at that because I
What?
really won't side with someone if I don't believe that they're right, even if they're my partner. Maybe in the moment to save face.
I think in the moment.
Yeah,
I will.
The moment you do.
But even then, I don't know that I can. I really have like an inability.
I'm bad at it too. Trust me. I've done so much of the like, well, we have to be objective here. But I'm like, mostly you learn, you got to side with your team or whatever. This would be a nightmare. This is like if one of your teammates scores an own goal and you're like, no, I still gonna play with him. Like,
Yeah.
I'll come to it. I've realized like sometimes in the moment or even the day of, that's why I really trust sleeping on it.
Yeah.
Once I sleep on it, the word is the word and I will know the truth.
Okay. I don't like this direct eye contact that's happening.
I know things about you, Karla, but let me get back to you tomorrow and I'll tell you.
That's a good fortune teller scam.
Yeah.
You will have to call me again tomorrow.
Call me tomorrow. I don't know. Because I feel like in the moment, you're very biased by the people who are there, your current little thoughts about the day, how you're feeling, what you ate.
Yeah.
But then when you sleep, I feel like your brain like puts it in the unconscious and then it compares it to all the other bullshit that's happened to you and all the images you have of cat sex and all that, all the stuff we keep in our brains.
Right.
And then the truth comes out the next morning. Process it.
Yeah, I guess I just feel like my truth comes out pretty instantly because it's gut reaction. And I understand that things can still be influenced on things.
No,
so with this,
right.
like if literally my girlfriend or whoever came in and was like, oh my God, they were naked under their covers. And I'd be like, well, yeah, duh. Like, not to make you feel stupid, but like, duh.
Yeah. A lot of people said, well, that was one of the top comments. Why aren't you sleeping naked already? Somebody wrote. I don't like sleeping naked personally.
Oh, I love it.
I like a shirt and undies. It just gets very distracting. It's just, I like to kind of keep it a little contained. And from a warmth strategy perspective, it's very exposed, imbalanced.
Not with a weighted blanket.
Right.
Yeah. I
get that.
I have a pretty heavy blanket. I've tried the weighted blanket. For me, it was like suffocating.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure.
But I did get a new duvet cover, and actually I put it on in one fell swoop, and I felt like a god. You ever put on a duvet cover alone?
Yeah.
I got in it.
Yeah.
I became the duvet.
You have to get into
I became it. It was beautiful. I nailed it this time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really growing.
I feel like I'm really growing. Bokatod778. What on earth did I just read? A grown woman who doesn't live in your place is bursting into your bedroom and waking you up. I don't understand how this is real. Honestly, if it is, I wouldn't allow her back into your home. That's just not okay.
Yeah.
I would go into their room and pour milk on their bed. Like, it's that level.
Oh,
like,
milk is terrorism.
Yeah. Like, oh, look, if you're completely unaware and stupid, like, I'm going to lower myself down to your level too.
Yeah.
But that's what I
milk
mean.
Attack.
I
Milk
guess that's
attack
kind of
good,
what
dude.
they did by being naked on purpose. But
no, that's such a barely defensive strategy. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Hearing them concoct it, you're like, oh, they had to get what? That could have happened incidentally.
That's like a porcupine just being soft.
not if she pulled the covers off and he had a little sign on his dick that said, ha ha.
Yeah, a little dick sign.
Gotcha, bitch.
I've been watching the Animal Show on Apple TV because I paid for it to watch Severance. So now I'm watching all the crap Apple TV shows. Oh yeah, we still gotta
talk about Severance.
And I like every show on Apple TV has like a weird name, you know, it's like everything is not legit.
It's all boutique.
It seems like Temu. Yeah, exactly. It's like animals are magical. You're like, what the fuck name is that?
Oh.
And anyway, so the porcupines, there's like a jaguar and it'll just like paw. It paws it so many times. And then eventually the porcupine will like walk backwards into it. And it doesn't expect that at all.
Because they're like, oh, I thought I'm the one playing with this.
Yeah, exactly. The porcupine just sits there and takes it until the jaguar is kind of like, almost like, you know, like a cat just kind of fanning a fern kind of energy. And then it just like rams back. I mean, it's going like 3 miles an hour. It's a fucking porcupine. But the jaguar's like, ah, what the fuck, dude?
That's funny.
And they need to do that with their genitals. That's what I'm saying.
That tracks.
That's what that is.
AITA for sleeping naked because my roommate's girlfriend keeps waking me up.
No,
NTA.
Huge NTA, right?
Yeah.
Is there a qualifier for the other person?
And not the asshole, and they are?
Absolutely. The other one is definitely an asshole.
Do you guys sleep naked?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
You do? Yeah.
Completely naked. Sometimes?
Yeah.
That's almost weirder to me.
Why?
I'm a night sweater and a day sweater. But yeah, I have, it's just too
Get
hot.
your pits off my couch.
LOL.
It's rough.
Are you a sweater?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen you sweaty.
I mean, I manage it better during the day, but at night, when you take
I don't know why that's so unexpected to me.
When you take the like bed sheet off or whatever, like
sweat all night.
There's just like a big yellow stain.
Oh my God.
It looks nuts.
Oh my God. You stay on the gray couch. Don't you dare get on my new white couch.
A man died on my mattress.
Somebody died.
That's too sweaty.
Yeah. And why do you, it bothers me that you don't have a consistent sleep nudity.
Why?
You need to figure out. Every night I sleep. Well, no, it's seasonal. Yeah. I wear, what is it called? Night pants. There's surely a better name.
A nightgown.
Pajama pants.
Right.
Pajama pants during the winter.
Night pants.
Boxers only during the summer.
For some reason, I'm imagining Danny in like the sleep hat.
Yeah. You're like McScrooge.
With a candlestick and a teacup.
Oh, dude. One time I saw my dad wearing that because he's bald. And
so it keeps him warm.
I was like, oh shit, the AC, you need that.
Yeah.
You need it.
I just do per what I'm feeling. Sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes it's warmer nights than other nights. Sometimes I sleep with the window open. Sometimes I like to keep the blinds open when I go to bed.
This is too chaotic.
It's just
like
whatever
Wheel
I
of
feel.
Fortune for sleep.
It's not chaotic because it's literally just whatever I feel in the moment, which is like the least chaotic version of doing things instead of being like, I have to do this. I must wear my night pants.
I must.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect my night pants.
Sometimes I wear socks. Sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I'm feeling.
I can't wear socks.
Also, do you have menstrual cycle that changes the way you feel week to week?
Yeah.
No.
I have men's cycle.
Yeah, you do.
Men. Week to week?
Yeah, every
They're
week
doing
is
it
a
weekly
phase.
now? They upped it?
Every week
I
is
thought
a different
monthly was a good
phase.
enough punishment for you ladies. Now God made it weekly?
It's always been weekly. Welcome to the information circle.
The luteal phase.
Yeah, it's luteal phase. Yeah. It's every week is a phase going into and out of your week of menstruation.
Damn. I'm sorry.
And then as you get older, your hormones change too. So like what I've known my whole life is different in my 30s.
My wife puts on whole like outfits for sleep. Like she finds her sweatpants or whatever.
I love that.
Like,
that's really cute.
This has to match.
And it matches?
She has to make the socks match or whatever.
Love that.
Who the fuck are you meeting up with in your dreams?
Yeah, I'm like, you're going to be asleep in 2 minutes.
No, you know what it is. It's in case there's a fire and the firefighters come on into the house.
That's a part of it.
She's getting rescued looking good.
This truth is even sad. She's like, it's the tactile thing. I can feel that they're different. I'm like,
damn. Well, I'm sorry I judge your sleep strategy. I hadn't incorporated the period factor.
I accept your apology.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Well, guys, this has been really fun. No, it really has, actually.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. I have to do my taxes now. I kind of don't want this episode to end. Just want to stay here. But Radu has stomach issues. He's like barely holding it together. No, thanks for joining me. You guys want to plug or say any stuff?
No.
Okay. That's fine. You don't have to plug.
You know where to find us.
Yeah, I'll link it up.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
There we go. That's the spot.
Well, I guess you really don't know where to find me then, because I ain't got no home.
No, you got a sublet now, Karla. We're happy for you.
Yeah.
Only for the next 5 days.
Oh, it's what?
Yeah.
What day is it today? The 14th?
Sunday.
It's 13th.
Yeah, I'm out the 19th.
Ooh, you're fucked.
Well, where are you going to go?
I got to find a place.
Star of
Damn,
Hope
girl.
Shelter, probably.
It's okay. Yeah. No, I mean, it'll be fine. I'll find another sublet. My friend also said I could extend it to the beginning of May if I need to.
Oh, okay.
I'm on it.
All right, guys. Much love. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.